Wow. The head coach of the Indiana Fever, Christine Side, gone. She gone. Fired. I thought, what the hell, man? You know, they went from a horrible team to a playoff team. They were an exciting team, a fun team. Caitlin Clark acted petulant. Sides wasn't afraid to step up and coach her a little bit, but I'm not there every day.
Honestly, the Indiana Fever played some of their best team basketball without Caitlin Clark, and that's because she's like the sun that offense kind of orbits around. The ball is constantly in her hands, which just made their offense extremely easy to guard. Now, without her in the lineup, Stephanie White had to decide who else was going to get in the mix. And their offense became so much more diverse. We saw Kelsey Mitchell having a tremendous season. Lexi Hull got in the fold. Aliyah Boston, another dominant season. But all because they had to do it without Caitlin Clark. And that made their offense extremely hard to guard.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
I don't know if it's going to be Caitlin doing it for Caitlin. I think an external event has to happen. Raven Johnson starts, right?
Or, oh my God. Can you imagine? Like,
I literally cannot.
I literally cannot imagine Caitlin getting back.
Raven Johnson is only entering the starting lineup if it comes at the expense of Lexi Hull. Like, that's the only way this is happening.
I feel you. I'm just giving you an example of like a canon type event that would need to occur for Caitlin to like be like, oh, I am not the birthday, as the kids would say these days. I am not the main event. I am a member of a team.
Are you delusional? Do you suffer from a mental illness? Do you think you do?
Caitlin Clark, both dominant players, but Alyssa plays on the edge. I know her. And Caitlin sometimes embellishes at times in certain instances. Caitlin Clark, both dominant players, but Alyssa plays on the edge. I know her. And Caitlin sometimes embellishes at times in certain instances. And so when you have a scrum, like you said, there needs to be a vigilance, but also this created a position where the league is now forced to be reactive.
Mm-hmm. Caitlin has not had a proactive approach around toxic fandom and what's appropriate for or something that she celebrates or likes to see in her fan base, or being proactive against any type of hateful discourse around WNBA and its players.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
A big question. If you had to log your vote today, who would your rookie of the year be in the WNBA?
I mean, it is a thin line. It's really tight. But when you look at where the teams are, and I also went a little deeper and I looked at plus minus, and I also look at net rating. And when you look at that, Angel Reese has to get the nod.
What the hell did you just say?
All right, y'all. Woo! Really good job. Okay, really good job. We weathered the storms, okay? We came together. Y'all, I heard you more in huddles and in timeouts than I've heard you all year long. That matters. That matters, right? The collective positivity, the collective accountability, talking each other up, that is huge, y'all. Yes, we are closing that thing. We are closing that fist right here. But I'm so proud of the way that you came together, the way that you fought in that fourth quarter and those runs, the way that we came together going into overtime, coming together and finishing this game. Yes. All right, great job. That we grew today. Yep. We grew today. I'm proud of you guys. AB career high 34 points.
You women out there, y'all petty, man.
The W at this junction in time would be better without Caitlin Clark because she is a bigger distraction than she is an additive. The W at this junction in time would be better without Caitlin Clark because she is a bigger distraction than she is an additive. Caitlin Clark has gotten the WNBA over the necessary threshold they needed. Now people are watching. Now we realize, oh, there's talent in the W. Talent that's actually even greater than Caitlin Clark. And I'm not just talking about bigs like Asia. I'm talking about the Olivia Miles. I'm talking about the Paige Beckers. Hell, I'm talking about the Kelsey Mitchells. Caitlin got the necessary eyes there. But now that the eyes are there, we don't necessarily need her anymore. Caitlin got the necessary eyes there. But now that the eyes are there, we don't necessarily need her anymore.
You're either incredibly smart or incredibly stupid. We'll see in a minute.
What's up, Fever Nation? Clark Nation, MMP fan. I wanted to take you back in order to go forward. Now, you remember all of this smear campaign. This young lady has been a class act from the beginning. From the time her name was called 2024 draft night. From the time her name was called, she has been a class act. This is who she is. She was a class act at Iowa. I dare say this has been her person since she's been in the game, since she's been playing basketball, AAU, all the way through to now and beyond. She has been a class act. The reason why I wanted to take you back was because how many interviews, how many press conferences, how many podcasts do you see Stephanie White, Kelly Croscott, Amber Cox, Lynn Dunn come out and defend Caitlin Clark? How many? Can all of you white apologists, all you Stephanie White apologists out there, show me, I don't care, start your own YouTube channel, post in the comments where Stephanie White, any of those four, the Musketeers, any of them are speaking on Caitlin Clark's behalf with the veracity that these women are talking about Caitlin Clark, and that the way the WNBA has come after Caitlin Clark from day one. Show me the footage. Post it on in the comments. Can you do that? Or is it just me? I don't remember a time. And the reason why this is important, Stephanie White gets booed. Guess who comes to her rescue? I want to play you the comment that I want to show you the comment that Kelly Croscott made. Let's take a look at that right now. Stephanie White was booed before the New York Liberty game. Booed by fans. When they announced her name, the fans, they said thousands of people booed. You know how 100 people booing is enough noise to hear on the TV. 1,000? Come on now. Did they show the video of that? But that's neither here nor there. I want to look at what Kelly Croscott had to say. And this is not only damning, but also indicting of the front office. Remember, we talked about this front office off rip. Goofy. This is a goofy Kelly Croscott, Amber Cox, and behind the scenes, lurking in the shadows, Lynn Dunn. And the ringleader, Stephanie White. This is what Kelly Croscott had to say. And a statement from Fever team president Kelly Croscott. Now, the president had to come out and defend Stephanie White in the midst of this nonsense, this drama. I ain't talking about from the booing, I'm talking about from what she created. Let's read together. Coach White has done a tremendous job leading the Fever, and for the second consecutive season has us in a great position for a playoff push. I'll give you that, give or take. She has kept our team focused and united, all while under the brightest spotlight our team and our league have ever experienced. She has the full support of leadership. They're saying that the comment Stephanie White made about Alyssa Thomas after she backtracked supporting Clark And then what happened to Sophie Cunningham recently defending Dejanay Carrington. When has she ever put the team first? When has she ever put the team first like she put her ex-players first? When? She was more adamant about, remember, she took over the press conference. She said she wanted to lead off this press conference with this statement. Remember? And she went in and talking about how AT was right. Not about what AT did. See, it was AT's actions that led to the drama. Same way with Carrington. What is the common denominator? Foolishness on behalf of her ex-players. You know there's a possibility, but when she was a Connecticut Sun head coach, 2023, 2024, Clark's rookie year, this was a game plan. It was alleged that she said to play Clark physically. Be physical with Clark. That's how we're going to attack her. There has to be something that they have on White, because White comes to their defense effortlessly. Effortlessly. Remember this is unacceptable one day, then the next day she's defending AT. Then she didn't even wait a day. She waited to after the game and said, this is in the post-game presser. She was defending Carrington. And then when they told her about the tweet Carrington made, or the ex-post Carrington made in the locker room while being ejected, I don't even know if she hit the showers first. She was probably so lit, she went right to her phone and put that out. And now she trying to backtrack like she didn't mean what she was saying. Like, well, that's kind of like what I meant. Really, Dejanay? Really? That's all you said, and you at the Indiana Fever. What did you think with that much context? What did you think people were going to conclude with that much context, Dejanay? White privilege at Indiana Fever. You know the vitriol you all have had toward Fever Nation, Clark Nation, since she's been drafted. The entire WNBA only has one problem with one fan base in the entire WNBA. They don't talk about any other fan base like they talk about Fever Nation, Clark Nation. Why is that? They have demonstrated more racism toward a fan base they have accused profusely of saying racist comments, of saying slurs, to which no evidence has ever been proven. They've all been false allegations. No proof no one has ever come forward and said that someone from Fever Nation said this unequivocally. And yet they still have to endure this nonsense from these players. They've been accused more than it has ever happened by the same players that say they feel marginalized. They feel unprotected. They're getting death threats. Have you seen some of the comments the WNBA fans have made toward Clark Nation, Fever Nation? They call them racist just because they're in Indiana. No proof. Not one fan, not in any arena, has anyone ever got out of pocket from Fever Nation. The two guys who just got tossed recently was alleged to have said something out of pocket. We find out, it's revealed that they did not violate the fan code of conduct, but they chose to get up and leave just to keep the drama to a minimum because of this whack, woke, cancel culture. It's got to stop. It's got to stop. And I made this video because who came to CeCe's aid? Who has come to defend? Who in the front office came to defend her? And they have the unmitigated gall and audacity to have this girl come and cover for Stephanie White. Cece done told you she ride for Steph. I have to believe her because she said it. She's demonstrated it. She hadn't said any amidst all of the non-support from this front office. Lynn Dunn, Kelly Croscott, Amber Cox, and our own head coach. And there she is standing in the gap for Stephanie White after this incident. Standing in the gap. 10 toes down for White. White ain't 10 toes down for CC. She ain't rocking with CC like that. Come on, Fever Nation. She ain't rocking with CC like that. And y'all know it. WNBA, y'all know it too. So don't criticize this girl anymore. Don't ask her to be Martin Luther Clark, or Caitlin Luther Clark anymore. She ain't got to shut this down. You need to shut down these clowns that's making these death threats. Like the Valkyries fan, or not the Valkyries fan, but Tip Hayes, one of Tip Hayes' non-fan fans. We'll ride. I got cousins, just let us know. That was a death threat. Did you see the league? Did you see Goofy, not Amber, but Kathy Engelbert, Goofy, front office, the leader, commish? Did you see her release a statement? No space for hate. You had a person make a death threat to your leagues, to the face of the league, and no comment. Crickets. Radio silence from Kathy Engelbert. Radio silence. And here we have to, and now Cece is stepping up on behalf of her head coach, who has never stepped up for her amidst all of these comments I played for you all in the beginning of this video. Where was the support from the front office? Kelly Croscott, Amber Cox, Linda, you all should be embarrassed. You all should be embarrassed. You have never supported this young lady. And the stuff you said, Lynn, on that Coach's Corner, or whatever that Daily Coach, that podcast you went on about plop them out. You got to weed in the garden. You got to plop them out. You might have to trade a player.
And I look at our culture as the foundation of a house. And then I look at our core values as the pillars as we build the house. And when I go into an environment, when I go to evaluate a player or coach or whatever, I want to see, hear, and feel that culture. And so I think about sometimes culture is kind of like you have to plant it, you have to grow it, and you have to maintain it.
Listen to that.
And it's a little bit like a garden. Sometimes you have to weed it. You may have some problems with some weeds taking over your culture, and you have to plop them out and pick them out and let them go. Plop them out and pick them out and let them go. And that's probably the toughest thing, is when you have to let a player go, or trade a player, or cut a player.
Wow.
Let a player go, or trade a player, or cut a player, because they don't fit into your culture that you've created. And it all goes back to behavior.
You should be embarrassed. This girl has done more for Indiana than this team than either of you have done in your whole career in sports. She has done more for this franchise. More for this franchise. She has done more for the W. You people are flying now. Private flights. Ain't nobody else on the plane with y'all. What? And y'all complain. You got the unmitigated gall and audacity to complain, and y'all still hate this girl. The TV revenues. That's how y'all checks blew up. Still, she got to get, that's not enough. That's why CC don't ever apologize to these people for nothing. Don't ever speak on anything they want you to speak on. You extended the olive branch when you was talking to Maria Taylor. You tried to extend the olive branch and give people the credit you felt like they deserved. How did that work out for you? They still wanted to cancel you. They hated you even more for saying what you said then. That's why you don't need to play this role no more. Don't fall for that. It is never gonna be enough. You got them paid, you got them flights, you got them hotel room, probably in 4 or 5 star versus the microtel. They went from the microtel, staying at their parents' house, to living in their own spot, and that ain't enough. Keep it moving, CC. Keep grinding. Keep the locker room. Y'all say it's tight. I hope it is. I hope it is. Y'all stay tight in spite of Stephanie White. That's all I have for you right now. You all have a blessed day. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm out.
The hate, the fear-mongering, the divisiveness, the stuff that's trying to hijack our league will not win. It won't win. We are united. We are connected. We will not be divided. Every day these women put their ass on the line. Every day. When they go low, we go high. Love will win. Grace will win. Humility will win. And kindness will win. I stand by them. I will always stand by them. Everybody else can go to hell.